What are some foods that most people have been eating the wrong way or not the way it was intended? I eat kiwis with the hairy skin on. My mom said I seemed to like it, so she wasn't going to stop me. Later on I find out that I'm a freak of nature for doing it, but I still eat it that way because I just like it. The only downside is that, since I like the texture of the hair and skin, I have forbidden fruit moments when I'm looking at the abdomen of a tarantula. Yes officer, this comment right here. I can't find the delete button on that post. Am I just missing it? A man once sued a restaurant in Miami for serving him an artichoke which he promptly ate all of. I don't mean like he finished the artichoke, I mean that this guy, who apparently is a doctor, just ate the entire fucking thing, including all of the inedible parts. For those of you who have never encountered an artichoke, the edible part of the plant is a fleshy substance that is on the inside parts of the leaves. You scrape it off, and eat that part, and discard the leaves. The artichoke heart, at the middle of all of the leaves, is also edible, and delicious. The stem and the fibrous leaves are not edible. Well I guess, except to this guy. I just realized artichoke isn't a fucking fish. Were you thinking of anchovies? I just realized anchovies aren't a fucking mineral. Were you thinking of antimony? Just realized antimony isn't a court-ordered provision for a spouse after separation or divorce. Were you thinking of alimony? My friend eats popcorn by picking the fluffy parts away from each piece and discarding the seed center. Every time I tell him he's an idiot, but he's too stubborn to just eat a damn piece of popcorn like a human. How long does it take him to eat like a whole bowl mayo? The entire movie at least. Well, beats the hell out of me finishing off my large popcorn before the trailers have even ended. That still beats eating half the popcorn, drinking your entire drink, and then not wanting to waste the popcorn, so you eat the rest, and live in hell with dry popcorn mouth for the entire movie. I don't know about most people, but growing up I always thought I hated guavas, because they were so dry. Turns out, my parents used to cut out the best part, the fleshy seedy inside, and serve me the dry rinds. Edit, since a lot of the comments are confused, I'd like to clear a few things up. The guavas I'm talking about look like these. My parents would cut out where the seeds are, and eat the green part plus the white parts, where there are no seeds. Not sure if that's fully the rind. I guess the easiest way to compare it is with a watermelon. It's like cutting away the red flesh, and eating the skin plus white part. No, my parents don't hate me, maybe for other reasons, because I've seen them throw away the seeds. We are Vietnamese and my parents prefer the dry crunchy texture with some chili salt, and think the seeds cause constipation. Bonus, here is a picture of one of the guavas I ate. You can see how soft and ripe it is, with a worm in it. Pomegranates used to baffle me. I thought they were the least rewarding, and most difficult to eat fruit of all time. It was only a couple years ago that I learned that you can actually eat the seeds. I thought you were supposed to just suck the flesh off the seeds and spit them out. Edit, apparently a lot of people are just learning this now. Yeah, my parents told me not to eat them, because eating the seeds would fill up my appendix until it'd eventually burst. Such bullshit. Why? Because they're from a generation without unlimited info and fact checking at your fingertips. If someone you trust tells you that you shouldn't eat seeds, you're not going to a library to find a book to confirm it. Recently read where people were eating the fucking wax on bagel cheeses and I haven't been the same since. I use the wax like Play-Doh. But first I make a little Pac-Man out of it, and annoy my spouse. Nuts should be cracked lengthwise, not on the sides, to avoid getting pieces of the shell mixed in with the nut meat. Nut meat. I got your nut meat right here, pal. I guess good things don't come in small packages after all. Up until a couple of years ago, 22 currently, I thought you were supposed to bite the skin off the apple then eat it. If I didn't have a knife I would spend my time biting around the entire apple, spitting the skin out, then eating it. Edit, rind to skin. Lets you know how long I've been eating oranges, and how long I've gone without an apple. Thank you, Hungry Rude. Yep, this is the kind of WTF I was looking for. Haha. Cut me a tiny piece of slack. Oranges have always been my favorite fruit. Ladies and gentlemen of Reddit. Do whatever you'd like behind closed doors, but please remember, if you're eating a banana in public it's banana to mouth. Not mouth to banana. You can't try. All public eating should be performed mouth to food. Mouth to lasagne. Mouth to popcorn bag. Mouth to communion wafer. Goes double if you're on a date and expecting popcorn surprise. There was a comment a long time ago from a guy who found out in adulthood that you aren't supposed to eat the cupcake wrappers when someone looked horrified when he ate it. When I was a kid I wouldn't eat them, but I loved chewing them. We didn't have many sweets. Exactly. It's just an extra cupcake flavored piece of gum. My grandpa would peel a green apple using this nifty little device, then salt it, and put it on a stick, and give it to me. Edit. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Why does that sound so goddamn delicious? Because it is. Especially if you use Tajin instead of just salt. Tajin is magical on mangoes and watermelon. Never had it on an apple though. Edit. Kinda upset no one asked about the nifty little peeling device. Try it on pineapple. Fucking amazing. Try it on cucumber. Fucking amazing. I think I'll just try it on everything from now on. Fucking amazing.